أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. Dear viewers of Jameel TV, Assalamu alaikum. Here we are going to study Surah 56 Al-Waqi'a and try to understand its message. Let us start the study by introduction. It is 56th surah in the compilation of Holy Quran and there are 96 ayat in it. The surah talks about the resurrections that will definitely take place. It is a fact undeniable that human beings then will be in three different groups: people of the right hand, people of the left hand, and the foremost in faith. The reward of the believers, the guilty and their punishment, arguments about the Tawheed and Akhirah, the Quran and its consistent message, reminder about death, divine judgment, and the reward and punishment, how its name was taken. This surah takes its name from the first verse إذا وقعت الواقعة, when the occurrence occurs. Connection of the name of the surah and its ayat. The surah is named after one of the names of the Day of Judgment, Al Qiyamah, the standing. The surah begins with the scene on the Day of Judgment, where humanity will be split into three categories: period of revelation, according to the chronological order that Hazrat Abdullah bin Abbas radiallahu has given of the surah. First surah Taha was sent down, then Al-Waqi'a, and then Ashura, Sayyuti al-Itqan. The same sequence has been reported from Ikrama. This is supported also by the story that Ibn Hisham has related from Ibn Ishaq about the affirmation of the faith by Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu. It says that when Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu entered his sister's house, Surah Taha was being recited. Hearing his voice, the people of the house hid the pages of the Quran. Hazrat Umar radiallahu anhu first seized his brother-in-law and then his sister rose in defense of her husband. He hit her also and wounded her on the head. When Umar radiallahu anhu saw blood on his sister, he was sorry for what he had done and said to her, "Show me the manuscript that you have concealed so that I may see what it contains." The sister said, "You are unclean because of your polytheism. Only a clean person can touch it." So Hazrat Umar rose and washed himself and then took up the manuscript to read it. This shows that Surah Al-Waqi'ah had been sent down by that time, for it contains the verse لا يمسون المطهرون, and it had been established historically that Hazrat Umar anhu embraced Islam after the first migration of Habash in the fifth year of the prophethood. Theme and subject matter. Its theme is the hereafter, Tawheed, and refutation of the Meccan disbelievers' suspicions about the Quran. What they regarded as utterly incredible was that resurrection would ever take place. Then the entire system of the earth and heavens would be upset, and when all the dead would be resurrected and called to account, after which the righteous would be admitted to paradise and the wicked cast into hell. They regarded all this as imaginary, which could not possibly be happen in actual fact. In answer to this, it was said, when the inevitable event will take place, there will be none to belie its happening, nor will anyone have the power to avert it, nor prove it to be an unreal happening. At that time, all people will be divided into three classes. First, the foremost in rank and position. Second, the common righteous people. And third, those who denied the hereafter and persisted in disbelief and polytheism and major sins till the last. How these three classes of the people will be rewarded and punished has been described in detail in verses 7 to 56. Then in verses 57 to 74, arguments have been given on one after the other to prove the truth of the two basic doctrines of Islam, which the disbelievers were refusing to accept, viz., the doctrine of Tawheed and the hereafter. In these arguments, apart from everything else that exists in the earth and heavens, man's attention has been drawn to his own body and to the food that he eats and to the water that he drinks and to the fire on which he cooks his food. And he has been invited to ponder the question, what right do you have to behave independently of or serve any other than the God whose creative power has brought you into being? And whose provisions sustain you, and how can you entertain the idea that after having once brought you into existence, he has become so helpless and powerless that he cannot recreate you once again, even if he wills to? Then in verses 7 to 5 to 82, their suspicions in respect of the Quran have been refuted and they have been made to realize how fortunate they are that instead of deriving any benefit from the great blessing that the Quran is, they are treating it with scant attention and have set only this share of theirs in it that they deny it. If one seriously considers this matchless argument that has been presented in two brief sentences about the truth of the Quran, one will find in it the same kind of firm and stable system as exists among the stars and planets of the universe, and the same is the proof of the fact that the author is the same being who has created the universe. Then the disbelievers have been told that this book is inscribed in that right of destiny which is beyond the reach of the creatures, as if to say, you think it is brought down by the devils to Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, whereas none but the pure angels has any access to the means by which it reaches Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam from the well guarded tablet. In conclusion, man has been warned as if to say, you may brag and boast as you like, and may shut your eyes to the truth in your arrogance of independence, but death is enough to open your eyes. At that death, you became helpless. You cannot save your own parent, you cannot save your children, you cannot save your religious guided and beloved leaders. They all die in front of your very eyes while you look on helplessly. If there is no supreme power ruling over you, and your this assumption is correct that you are all in the world, and there is no God, then why don't you restore to the dying person his soul? Just as you are helpless in this, so it is also beyond your power to stop Allah from calling the people to account and mete out rewards and punishments to them. You may or may not believe it, but every dying person will surely see his own end after death. If he belongs to those nearest to God, he will see the good end meant for them. If he be from among the righteous, he will see the end prepared for the righteous. And if he be from among the deniers of the truth, he will see the end destined for the criminals. Connection between the beginning and the ending of the surah. The three types of people are mentioned in the beginning and at the end. In the beginning of the Surah Al-Waqi'a, it is said that أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم وكنتم أزواجا ثلاثة فأصحاب الميمنة ما أصحاب الميمنة وأصحاب المشأمة ما أصحاب المشأمة والسابقون السابقون أولئك المقربون في جنات النعيم ثلة من الأولين. Translation: And you become of three kinds. Then the companions of the right. What are the companions of the right? And the companions of the left. What are the companions of the left? And the forerunners. The forerunners. Those who are the one brought near to Allah in the gardens of pleasure, a large company of the former people and a few of the later people. أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم فأما إن كان من المقربين فروح وريحان وجنة نعيم وأما إن كان من أصحاب اليمين فسلام لك من أصحاب اليمين وأما إن كان من المكذبين الضالين فنزل من حميم وتصلية جحيم. And if the disease was of those brought near to Allah, then for him is rest and bounty and a garden of pleasure. And if he was of the companions of the right, then the angel will say, Peace for you, you are from the companions of the right. But if he was of the deniers who were astray, then for him is accommodation of scalding water and burning in hellfire. Connection of the surah to the surah before or after it. Both Surah Ar-Rahman and Al-Waqi'ah end with similar ayat. Surah Rahman ends at Tabarakasmu Rabbika Zil Jalali wal Ikram. Blessed is the name of your Lord, honor of majesty and honor. And Surah Al-Waqi'ah ends at فَسَبِّحْ بِاسْمِ رَبِّكَ الْعَظِيمِ. So exalt the name of your Lord, the most great. Surah Al-Waqi'ah ends with فَسَبِّحْ بِاسْمِ رَبِّكَ الْعَظِيمِ. So exalt the name of your Lord, the most great. And Surah Al-Hadid begins with سبح لله ما في السماوات والأرض وهو العزيز الحكيم. Whatever is in the heavens and earth exalts Allah, and He is the exalted in might, the wise. Alhamdulillah, we have completed the study of Surah Al-Waqi'ah. Now we will come up with the next surah, inshallah, tomorrow. Please keep watching Jameel TV. Thanks.